Peace.
There is Mr. Chaney.
What's up?
My brother in Christ. Hello, my love muffin.
What's up? What's up with you? You good?
What are you doing?
Man, I'm kicked back in my recliner chair right now. Been doing some work though. I've been editing some of these Give Them Flowers episodes. So everything has been dope, you know?
I get it. I understand. I really like what you're doing. You're giving people flowers while they're here.
Yeah.
And just saying a thank you. And I'm following in your footsteps, honey, because I want to give you your flowers while you're here. So
wow.
I just want to fill everybody in on how we know each other. Yeah. Trey Chaney and I had an internet radio show, El Boogie Spot with El Boogie, though some of those who know. And I had a friend of mine, 𝚑𝚗𝚝𝚎. He came on to do an interview, and he was speaking about suicide prevention. And so somehow or another, your name came up, and he was like, "Do you know Trey Chaney? Why don't you interview him?" And I was like, "Well, if you know Trey Chaney, I would love to interview him." And sure enough, he called you, and you came right in and did an interview for me. And anytime that I called you and needed you, because there was a time that I needed someone for career day at my daughter's elementary school, called Trey Chaney up. Trey Chaney was like, "Sure, let's make it happen." I was like, "That's a good dude right there."
Yeah.
So look, look, watch this. Look at this.
Wow. You
got
my shirt on.
Yes, I do. So let's just start filling people in.
You've always supported me though. So I appreciate you for this. Yeah.
Of course. Anytime somebody is doing something positive and uplifting especially for our young people and for our brothers, man, I'm all for it. I am all for it, without hesitation. And you're such a good dude and a humble person. I couldn't help but to support you. So I want to give you your flowers now. Thank you for everything. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for answering the phone when people didn't believe that I knew Trey Chaney.
Wow. Thank you.
I knew he right here in contact, right here. Want me to call him? So yeah, I appreciate you. Trey Chaney, if those of you who do not know, if you haven't seen The Wire, if you haven't seen Saints and Sinners, he is all over that. It started when he was like 4 or 5 years old, dancing for MC Hammer.
Yeah. Well, dancing off of MC Hammer songs.
I'm sorry, dancing with your MC Hammer pants on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So Trey is he's from the DMV, but he is now living in the ATL. What's it like living in Atlanta?
I love ATL. You know, I moved here, me, my wife, and my son, almost 3 years ago. It's going on 3 years in July. And of course, you know, I was cast for Saints and Sinners back in 2015. So I didn't want to get content with being flown from DC, DMV to ATL. And me, my wife, and my son, we just, you know, decided to move, you know, because it's better. You know, it was better for me as far as the business is concerned. The cost of living is definitely, you know, the cost of living is definitely better here. And, you know, for young Black entrepreneurs and anybody that's in the entertainment, acting, music field, it was somewhere that I had to come to live. DMV, Washington, D.C. taught me how to grind, how to hustle. So what I did was I took what, you know, DMV and Washington, D.C. taught me and brought it all here to ATL. And now we going on 3 years later, you know. I see my mother on here. Hi, Mom.
Hi,
Elaine Chaney.
Hi, Elaine. I saw her. How y'all doing? Lots of loves and kisses to you. So let's talk about something. I mean, Trey, you have so many things going on, and I love the fact that you also partnered up with PGCPS, and you did a lot of wonderful things with them. You did the Radical Readers it was like reading program. You did the bullying. You did self-empowerment, just giving them encouragement, you know, building them up. You did an attendance video. The music. Let's touch on the music, okay? So that's PGCPS. In the music, Dedicated Fathers, this is where the shirt came from, because then you did a Dedicated Mothers, and I had to support you for that.
I appreciate.
So,
I actually got my dedicated father shirt on.
yes,
I got my dedicated father shirt on, so yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
yeah. You had new song called One of a Kind. My favorite line is that. My favorite line in that one is Lamborghini trucks. I go for a ride. I probably totally messed that up, right? I totally messed that up.
No, you didn't. Nah, One of a Kind. Well, actually, 𝚑𝚘𝚘, I'm glad I'm on your show to, like, you know, talk about all of my stuff that I got going on. And the music, you know, I just dropped an EP called 3X You know, when you think about trilogy, you think about three, but a lot of people don't know my real name is Samuel Chaney III. So it came from the third, you know. That number 3 was just in my head, and I said, you know, 3X, meaning, you know, it's 3 songs on the EP, and instead of trilogy, which was a play on my name. And I'm telling you, it was produced by my brother 𝚑𝚘𝚡, he's from Baltimore, but he lives out here in Atlanta as well. And the music represents a lot of partying club nights, because
Yeah.
I don't one thing about me, I can't be put in a box. I mean, you know,
Anyone who follows you definitely knows that.
Yeah, I make all kinds of music, and you know, I'm human as well. You know, some days I'm making records about dedicated father, reading books, radical readers, young people stop bullying. But at the same time, you know, I'm an adult, and I go out to these red carpet premieres, and I party with some of the biggest celebrities in the world, and you know, we have a lot of fun, me and my wife and my family. And 3X Trilogy represents having fun, dancing, partying, turning up. And I
Yeah.
wrote it from that perspective, you know, because with music, for me, music is me being able to turn into a character. You know what I'm saying? Like, I play on the acting a lot, you know, so just me being able to turn into the 3X Trilogy character, I wrote every single song on the EP, you know. So One of a Kind, you know, that was based off
One
of
of a
a
kind.
night. Yeah, that was based off of a night in DC, leaving the club at 12 midnight, going to MGM at 1 in the morning, and not getting home to 5. And I had the best time. So I wrote about it, you know. And Know the Feeling is just, you know, that's turn up, that's club, and of course clap. All the women, they love to dance, so I create. so I create. So I wanted to create songs for the women too, you know. So it's just, you know what, I'm really enjoying my life, you know, where I'm at in my life right now. Like, you know, I'm going on 16 years of marriage to my wife Aisha. I got 2 amazing kids, my son 𝚑𝚘𝚡, my daughter Martina, and now I got a granddaughter, Morocco.
Dude, yes, you do.